Hello guys and welcome to another video, and today in this video we'll be doing some more PLC programming in codices, and today we'll be doing some PLC programming with ladder diagram, and I call this project set reset stop lights buttons project. A very good exercise and something I learned to do and something I had to use and do in bigger projects when I were studying to a automation uh, engineer. And I think this project and exercise is very good to learn PLC programming, ladder diagram, and this is a function and something you have need to do this sort of programming and function in more bigger and complex PLC programming projects in the real world. So the first thing we do is the button start, stop, and reset buttons. So in network one, we'll be doing the start button. So first we have need a contact. Then we will need one set coil and two reset coils. So yeah, I hope many people that watch this video have probably done this before or know something about this way how to do for different lights, especially in the different factories and for HMI panels and visualizations. So first here in the contact we will have start button, and the set coil we will have start state, and in the first reset we will have stop state, and in the last third we will have reset state. And in network 2 we will have, for the stop button it will be the same as start, but here we will only have one set coil and one reset coil, so not two set coils, only one. I mean only one reset coil, not two reset coils. I said set, I meant reset. So here we will have stop button, stop state, and here we will have reset start state. And in network 3 we'll have for the reset, and this will be exactly the same as the stop, just different tags and outputs. So we'll have reset state, and here we will have reset state, branch, set coil, stop state. And now we will do the different lights, lamps, for start, stop, and reset. So first we will have a contact and then just a normal coil. And here we have first the start button, so the start lamp. So we'll have start state. We'll have start lamp, and we will have stop lamp. So stop state, stop lamp, and reset lamp. So now when you have done this, you will go to visualization, and this is how it will look. And I just want to tell you guys that in other videos I know, and probably many other people do it, usually you have just simple for buttons or switches, especially these kind of buttons. You have the toggle function and click on the toggle check-in box. But in this, you can go to encodes when you want, instead of toggle under toggle function, you have a tap function. So you go first to input configuration, then tap, and then check-in tap box, and then you add the variable for start or reset or stop button variable there for the tap function, because then it works that Click on the start button, it goes from true to false uh, exactly when the light turns on, and the light still turns. So when you click the stop button, it goes to true, the green light turns on, and then the start button goes to false, and the green light for start is still activated until you press the stop or the stop button and then the reset button for the same thing. So we can do it like this, vertical, and then we can now go online, log in. So now you can see here. So this is how the programming should look in codices. I can just explain a little bit fast what each logic, how it works. So first, the start logic is that when the stop button is pressed, start button state is set, it turns on, and stop state and reset state is false. So the system enters the start state and all the other states are turned off. The stop logic, when stop button is pressed, the stop state is true and set, and the start state is reset and false. So the system enters the stop state so that the red light turns on and the red and stop button is activated. The reset logic is that when the reset button is pressed, the reset state is true, true, and the stop state is reset. It is false. So the system enters the reset state. So that's just how the different states work and why they are, what they do and how they work for each button and light connected together. So now when we have start, it always goes on. So when we press stop, the green light turns off and the red light is activated. And as I said here about the buttons, usually if you have toggle, the stop button will be like this all the time. It will be red activated. It always be true. And if you want it to be false, you have to click it again and then you can click there. Now you just have to click one time. So it goes from true to false very fast. So stop, reset, and then true. Now I see here something I have done wrong. The reset is not says reset button, it says reset state. That's wrong. That's why when I press reset, the reset button works, it activates, but the light doesn't want to turn on. So it should be reset button, not reset state. So now we can go online again. So you can see here how it looks when the green light start is activated. And when we click stop, this is how it looks. And now when we press reset, now it works. So this is how the function works, that when we have start activated, we need to press stop. We need to press stop and then we can press reset. But we can also press, when we have start, we can press reset so then the both lights are turned on. This is a very good function to have, like if you do different projects, smaller or bigger projects for work or use for fun or interest in like factory IO. You have to do this kind of programming for it to work. Not in all the different simulations in factory IO, but most of them. So yeah, this is uh, my project and video for start, stop, reset lights buttons.